everybody. Just continue to kind of come on in and get settled. I am Janai Thornton, and welcome to Thank Me Later, our part 2 series of money messes. I'm so excited about this. And not that I'm excited to think that you're in a money mess. I don't mean that at all. But I'm excited to be able to have an opportunity to have a safe space and a platform or community, whatever you want to call it, where we can all get some guidance and help on our money messes. I promise you at some point, there are very few of us who probably have never been in one. I have certainly been in several. And it certainly is different experience when you know how to navigate it, how to get out, or maybe you get some help on that you don't get all the way fully in one, maybe just step 1 or step 2, but there are definitely some things where it doesn't have to be a full outright crazy mess. So again, welcome. Thanks for coming. Alice, I see you. Hey, thanks for showing up today. So I'm super excited. First, I want to introduce our special guests. I like to call them special guests, but I also like to call them subject matter experts. Want to welcome for the second time, I want to welcome Miss Temiko Green. Hey, Temiko.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. So excited that you're here all the way out there in the state of Washington. Thank you for making some time for us this morning. Temiko Green, who's Director of Enterprise Learning with Money Management International, which is an nfcc.org, National Foundation for Credit Counseling approved agency. And so we are going to recap a few minutes from our Money Mess Part 1, so you'll understand what that is and why that's important, particularly in the context of this conversation. So Temiko, again, thanks for coming back. Money Mess number 1 went so well. We were like, wait a minute, we couldn't even get to all the messes in one session. We had to break it up into 2. So Money Mess Part 2, we're going to focus on 3 primary areas, which is foreclosure and repossession, prevention, and also for people who are considering bankruptcy. And so for those of you all are here, to me, it doesn't mean that you're in a crazy money mess. It's just an opportunity to make sure that we have some tools in our tool belt, ladies. We want to know the signs and the symptoms. We want to know what to do if we have other people who we love and care about that they're in a mess or they're heading in the wrong direction. Like, we just need the resources and the tools so we can navigate, if we're in the mess, get out, or to prevent being in a full-fledged mess again. So Temiko, thank you so much for being with us again today. I really appreciate that. So what I'd like to do, Temiko, as a starting place is I want to just take 2 minutes and kind of recap what your company does, Money Management International, and the importance of the affiliation, you all being an NFCC approved company. So I would like to just make sure for context, people understand that. And then we're going to go ahead and jump into these money messes.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for having me. I really appreciate your time and all of you for stopping in the middle of your busy lives to talk about these very important matters. So I'm going to jump right in and talk about NFCC. Because being an NFCC member means that we have to, as an agency, meet certain requirements of that membership organization. First, we have to be a nonprofit agency, and we have to provide financial counseling and services that are in compliance with federal law, regulations, making sure that we're meeting state regulations, which are different across the nation, and then maintain our accreditation with the COA, which is the Council on Accreditation. So it's an extra level of gold standard service that we have to provide and make sure as an agency that we're offering services that meet the need of the consumer, meaning that every person is in a different place. So every person should be handled differently and being able to carve out that path for accomplishing their financial goals. And so we have maintained our NFCC membership, and we are really excited to be a part of that because it means that We're giving unbiased information. We're not leading you into any decision that you're making. We're simply providing financial education. And that's really what's key when you're working with an entity, because you don't want anyone leading into a direction that they want you to go in, but rather the direction that you want to go in and the things that you would like to accomplish for you and your family. So that's our NFCC membership. Money Management International is one of the largest full service credit counseling agencies in the nation. And we offer right now service, meaning if you're making a financial decision or needing to make a financial decision or are facing a financial hardship or, like Janai said, a money mess. If you're approaching that mess or you can see in your crystal ball that this is not going well, that's where we come in, and we have our certified credit counselors. They are NFCC certified, which means that they're going to go through your personal situation on an individual basis, looking at dollars and cents, credit report, what your goals are, and how are you going to get there. Of course, it's not always debt, right? Sometimes people are focusing on their home. And so we have services available there, whether you're trying to get into a rental accommodation, if you're suffering because you're late on your rent, if you have a mortgage and you're concerned about being able to make those payments, or you're already late on those payments. We have housing services available. And if you're considering purchasing a home, right? Some people are wanting to take advantage of rates right now, and they're trying to capitalize on some of the great deals that are going out there. And so some people are in the purchase mode. So whenever you're going through a transition, that's usually where we have a service. Bankruptcy counseling as well, student loan counseling we have available, and debt counseling, of course, is one of the major ones that people will call us for.
Thanks, Temiko. And I think it was really helpful in our Money Mess Part 1, where you really kind of took the time to explain the services that you all provide and how you meet people in their, wherever they are in their need. Because again, you don't have to deal with Money Management International or another NFCC approved agency only when you're in trouble. Maybe you are getting ready to buy a house. Maybe you need some help just with some budgeting. Like, you can get that help there too. So just again, don't think about it when you're in trouble. The reason why I'm specifically wanted to have this conversation and why I wanted to have it with you is because working in urban radio, working in urban television, I see a lot of what I feel is predatory. I see a lot of companies that are saying, we can help you. We can help you get out of debt. We can fix your credit. We can help you with your taxes. We can help, we can help, we can help. And you don't need to be dealing with the vast majority of those companies. So if they are not NFCC approved and you're in trouble, I would not recommend that you work with them, not at all. And you're already in a money mess a lot of times. Who has time or money to waste? Like, every second counts when you're in trouble, especially. So for those of you who live in the Metro Atlanta area or listen nationally, like, I'm a humongous Clark Howard fan, huge. I love Clark. Clark is a huge NFCC.org advocate. And again, I am too. So take that time, do the research. Tiana already dropped, I saw in the chat, thank you, Tiana, information on nfcc.org. And again, to get some direction on where to go when you need that help. So, okay. And then, oh yeah, one more thing, everybody. Our part 1 that we did with Temiko, we have not released it yet. We're working on that now. I cannot begin to tell you how much content we have. Lord, we're trying to get it all done. It's a lot. So we are going to post that in the Thank Me Later community so you can have access to part 1 and part 2. And again, we are your library. We're your go-to. When something is going on, you're like, oh, shoot, let me go log into Thank Me Later and get what I need, the information and what I need. So again, look for those. We'll let you know when those are going to be posted.